If you want your relationships to thrive, there are some hidden gems in the book of Proverbs that can help you do just that. King Solomon, the author of Proverbs, is regarded as the wisest king who ever lived, besides Jesus, of course. And though he had his own shortcomings, his wisdom was still a gift from God, so there's a lot we can learn from his advice. What's up, friends? Jeremiah here. So let's look at 5 lessons from the book of Proverbs that can help your relationships thrive. Lesson number 1. Kindness is refreshing, not just to others, but to yourself. Proverbs 11 verse 17 says, "The merciful man does good for his own soul, but he who is cruel troubles his own flesh." And the NLT version says, "Your kindness will reward you, but your cruelty will destroy you." It doesn't cost anything extra to be kind to the people around you, whether it's your family members or your friends. Just being kind will not only refresh them, but yourself. On the other hand, if you're cruel to them or you're not merciful or kind, you will reap the consequences of that, which could be anything from strained relationships and bitterness. Lesson number 2, if you want your relationships to thrive, you need to love and rebuke openly. Proverbs chapter 27 verse 5 says, "Open rebuke is better than love carefully concealed." Or open rebuke is better than hidden love. Being upfront with your loved ones and telling them the truth even when it's painful to hear is way better than just loving them from a distance, letting them carry on in whatever things they're doing that you know could lead to a destructive end. And this applies both on the giving and receiving end. As much as we should be willing to correct and love our friends and family openly, we should also be willing for them to do the same thing for us. Of course, we would love for everyone to love us openly, but the rebuking side is where we get a little defensive sometimes. But for any relationship to do well, we have to be willing to receive rebuke and correction from our loved ones. It doesn't mean they will always be right, but at least our willingness to listen is what will help all our relationships do well. Lesson number 3 is similar to number 2, which is to not withhold our heartfelt advice. Proverbs 27 verse 9 says, "Oil and perfume make the heart glad, and the sweetness of a friend comes from his earnest counsel." So again, on both the giving and receiving end, what makes a friendship sweet is the counsel that you're willing to give and the counsel that your friends are willing to give you. This ties into a later verse in the same chapter where Solomon says, "As iron sharpens iron, so does one person sharpen another." So you and your friends and your family, if you're giving earnest, wise, heartfelt counsel to each other, you're helping each other grow, and ultimately it'll benefit your relationships as well. Lesson number 4. Avoid unfounded accusations. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 30 says, "Don't pick a fight without reason when no one has done you harm." I'm sure we've all witnessed or been in relationships that ended because of a false accusation. And usually these false accusations are propagated by hearing someone who told this person this and said this to this other person, and before the story gets to you, it's all convoluted and it's not even accurate anymore. So as much as it is healthy to have those difficult conversations, false accusations should not play a part in that. Lesson number 5. Cherish that one friend. Proverbs 18 verse 24 says, "A man who has friends must himself be friendly, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother." Other versions of this verse say, "A man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother." There's a whole thing when it comes to the translation of this verse in particular. Apparently in the Hebrew, it can mean a man who has many friends must himself be friendly, or it could mean a man of many companions may come to ruin. But either way, we know from both versions that there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. I even saw one interpretation that said a man who has many friends must himself be friendly, and that might bring him to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. However you want to take it, the point of this verse is cherish that one friend. And you're already thinking of someone, I'm sure, who sticks closer than a brother or sister when you think of that one friend. Of course, as believers, our closest friend is the Holy Spirit, but God has given us human friends who are going to help us in this life when we sharpen each other, when we push each other, give wise counsel to each other. So if you found that one friend, cherish them. Ultimately, the key to thriving relationships is to live as someone who has been transformed by the Holy Spirit, because you have. Kindly bless the like button if this video blessed you, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, check out this one where I discuss 7 life lessons from the same book of Proverbs. Until next time, take care and God bless you.